welcome back to my channel. So today I am addressing something, a bit of a different video, but I do want to address it because I feel like it needs like an explanation. Wow, we're gonna have trouble today. Also, just a quick note, I'm sorry I haven't been as consistent as I usually am on YouTube. I have been focusing on getting season 2 of Rise and Conquer up and about, which it now is. It's already got 4 episodes out. I'll put the details here in case you want to listen. Actually, I might just turn the fan down. It's a bit crazy. Alright, we're getting in it today, and I am addressing the before and after I put up on Instagram. I'll put it over here so you can see a big version. So I kind of want to address that a bit more because in the caption I don't really talk about the changes I made or anything like that. It was more about seasons, and that's because, as you guys know, I'm into intuitive eating. I don't diet anymore. That was something that I previously did. So to be honest, like, I didn't even think I would be ever putting up a before and after photo because my weight and how I look isn't something I really want to focus on too much, and also make you guys feel like you have to focus on it. So it was kind of like a little bit, I didn't want to put it up. You can actually see from the quality of the image that it was on self-timer the other way. Like, I never thought I'd put it up, but basically I took this photo before I started NH Fit, which is our Naked Harvest free challenge. It is like this private Instagram account where you have to spend $100 with Naked Harvest and then you get accepted, and basically there's 24 workouts you do over a month. So it was kind of like a promo thing, a community thing we're doing for Naked Harvest, and that was really the catalyst of me going, alright, I'm gonna really get back to my health and be consistent, and things really snowballed from there. So as you can tell from the photos, I'll put another slideshow up, there's pretty big body differences. I feel like you can definitely tell I got leaner, and then also it's odd because the like workouts that I was doing are home workouts. It's not like I'm doing heavy weights in the gym, but I feel like my butt looks like toner and like perkier. But when I posted this photo, the whole caption was explaining that both of these girls, like November, January, both of them I am super proud of, because at that point in time I was prioritizing something and I was in the season of something. So something that I really kind of talk about, especially in my podcast actually, is how we're all going through seasons of life, and we're all in different seasons, and when we're in that seasons, when we're in a season, we have different priorities. So the first pick, I was hustling hard, 12-hour work days, and working on the weekends were the norm. I wasn't sleeping well, I was eating for convenience, I was dreading workouts because they took me an hour and a half, but I was getting shit done. Working was easy, the rest felt difficult, like an inconvenience to my day. So in the first photo, I was going through a season of hustle where business and my career was a big priority. You guys probably remember me back then, like we were doing heaps of big moves with Naked Harvest. We had just brought out our protein and all that different stuff, and it was really important for me to really put in this hard work. And also a big point of this before and after is that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to focus too much on health, my workouts and whatever. I wanted to be on my computer working really hard, like that's what I wanted to do. But then there did get to a point where my body was giving me signals that like I needed to focus on my health, and I think I did a couple of videos about it. That's when I was like, all right, we've done the season of hustle, you've really given it a good go, we've achieved lots of the goals, I'm super proud of that. Now we need to go into a new season where we're prioritizing your health and that sort of thing. So that's what I want to chat about today, is going through what that now prioritizing my health looks like. So I'm just going to go through the changes that I made in my lifestyle between these 2 picks. So the first one, what I realized is I wasn't getting the best sleep. I actually was sleeping I was still like kind of going to sleep and waking up at similar times, but my actual sleep was quite shocking. And that was just because I was on my laptop later than I should have been. And then also when I went to sleep, I would start thinking about all the things I had to do, and I always had a lot on, so I wasn't getting good sleep. So a big thing that I had to do was start prioritizing sleep. Guys, sleep is so underestimated. Holy shit, like I can't even explain to you. There was this like week where even the YouTube video where I was kind of like, I think I was like nearly crying to you guys and stuff. I saw a naturopath and she gave me some herbs, and I also started taking a magnesium hot chocolate, which that helped with sleep. And then I had this week, just literally 7 days where I got 8 hours sleep, which is what I usually get, but it was like good sleep. I didn't actually wake up to pee a million times like I usually do. Like I was in a good sleep. Holy shit. Like I felt like a different person. I'm not joking. And then I feel like when you're getting good sleep, it is so much easier to prioritize your health because you're not moody, you're not craving sugar, all those sorts, you have energy to work out, all those sorts of things. So I think I'm actually going to do a separate video where I talk about my new nighttime routine, because it is like, I really want to kind of go into it, but prioritizing sleep was a massive, massive change. So kind of what is to do with sleep. Number 2 is I went back into managing my stress a bit more. So I kind of talk about this all the time, and I'm going back and forth between trying to manage my stress. And like I've kind of said before, I'm just someone who naturally takes on a lot of projects. I love to have a million things going. I've kind of just been going 100 miles an hour my whole life, and I do enjoy it. But naturally, I don't know what's happening here, but I do get anxiety and stress. So I really had to go back and focus on my stress management. Sleep obviously helps with that. I started implementing things like I would make sure I'm shutting off my computer by 6 p.m. latest, which just was not happening before. Also, a big thing was I kind of had this like never ending to-do list. There's always so many things I could be doing, especially because things are like recurring for me. So like every single week I have a YouTube, every single week I have a podcast. Like there's so many tasks that just are reoccurring that I kind of have a never ending to-do list. So something I started doing for my stress was I'd have this like big to-do list like written out, because that helps me, on this notepad. And then from that to-do list every single day, I would like get a new to-do list notepad, and I would just write down 3 to 5 things that I wanted to accomplish that day. And then I would like kind of hide that to-do list, and I wouldn't look at it until the next day. And that was huge, because I think before I was so stressed because I like never saw these tasks disappearing, because I was always adding more. So when I just saw this like one to-do list where I had 3 to 5 things, and I would tick them off and like pretty much do them every single day, oh, it just felt so much better to my little heart. So that was a big stress thing. So the next thing I realized was a big change is adding more protein into my diet. So towards the end of last year, I did kind of tell you guys my eye is leaking. That's great. I did tell you guys that I was trying to eat more vegan meals, just to be, it was more for environmental reasons. And so me and Tim were doing that, and we're still doing that. But in that transition, like I was really focused on just trying to eat like vegan and vegetarian. I didn't really think about like a protein source in every single meal and that sort of stuff. And I was just kind of like, you know, just trying to get a hang of eating a vegetarian. I wasn't really researching it. Like I said, I was more focused on work. I didn't care that much. So as long as it didn't have meat, I was like, whatever. So a big thing was coming back to making sure every single meal had a source of protein. So as you guys know, breakfast, I always use my Thrive plant protein from Naked Harvest. I have like a protein shake or protein pancakes or chia pudding first, and then lunch and dinner, just making sure if it's not meat sources that I'm actually choosing something that has a protein source. So I think that was a bit of a game changer for me. I kind of like slipped up because I mentally mentally, I know that since being on my health and fitness journey, I know you should be having protein sourced with every meal just for like, we need protein obviously, and then it just like making us feel fuller and all that sort of thing. And I just kind of forgot, so I'm like really back onto that. Okay, so and then another big thing with my eating is when I was in my hustle season, I was just eating way too much takeaway, guys. Like, not even bad takeaway, but just like I was Uber eating like at least once a day, whether it was for lunch or dinner, just because I didn't have time to cook, and it was just such like an excuse. And even if I wasn't picking like super bad options or anything, it's still not something you've cooked yourself. You still don't know fully what's in it. Big thing was I got back to cooking my own meals and meal prepping. So something I do now is when I get HelloFresh, as you guys know, which does make it easier, but I prep the veggies already. So like I grate the carrot and zucchini, and I just make things a bit easier. So it's really easy to chuck meals together. With that, I've been prepping like snacks because I realized that like my 3 p.m. sweet tooth was coming back and getting me good. And especially when you're stressed, like you just want, for me personally, like I just crave sugar when I'm stressed. So I've also been doing this thing where at the start of the week, I like prep like a sweet treat. Like I have this, oh my God, guys, this banana bread, this protein banana bread, so delicious. It is like, it's so healthy, and also it's protein, so getting the source of protein, so delicious. I have the recipe on my Instagram. I will put a link in the description. I'll put a little photo here. Okay, so another big thing with food was adding more veggies. Try and do 2 serves of veggies with every single meal. That doesn't really happen with breakfast. I only really do spinach in my like protein smoothie, but otherwise then I make sure I get that in lunch and dinner. You guys know I don't diet. I don't believe in dieting. I don't believe in restricting. Like I don't believe, oh, you know, I'm doing this challenge, I'm getting healthier, I can't have this, this, and this. I don't fucking do that, because anytime I do that, anytime I tell Georgie not to do something, she does it. She's a little brat, like, honestly. So I never give myself those rules, and I just try other things of adding things in. So adding in protein, adding in veggies. Okay, so let's talk about the change that I had with exercise. And this tip would be finding exercise that really suits you and your schedule. So a big mistake I was making is towards last year, I got back into weight training and I was going to a gym. I still go to that gym, but you know, it takes me maybe 15 minutes to get there, 15 minutes to get home, so that's half an hour gone. And then my sessions were 40 minutes to an hour, because I was like, I'm here, I might as well really smash out a session. And then also getting ready and all that sort of thing. So the gym was taking me at least an hour and a half. And as you guys know, I like working out in the morning, but also the morning is the best brain time for me, like the most like creative time. So I don't want to be like wasting time, an hour of time of my precious creativity time on going to the gym. So the biggest change was home workouts. So I was obviously doing that with NH Fit, which like I said, you get into a private Instagram page and you have all the workouts. And so I was just doing that. None of the workouts are longer than like 25 to 30 minutes. And so I just got 5 kilo dumbbells from Kmart. They were like $11. I have a mat. And I was doing the workouts and I was finding that it worked so well because I wasn't spending this extra hour away from my desk and I could get straight back into work. I was less stressed and it just felt a lot better. Okay, so the next change I made, and this is so like, oh my God, groundbreaking, Georgia, but I started drinking a lot more water. And we all know we need to drink more water. We all know it's good for us. This one, literally these NH water bottles. So I think these are 680 mils. I like them because they're a bit bigger, but they're also still not too extravagant and I can fit them in my bag and stuff. And I love that it has a little sippy nozzle because I just find I drink so much water because it's like easier to drink. Delicious. And so I just started drinking more water, which, like I said, we all know we should drink more water. Okay? And I actually have an alarm on my phone that goes off that tells me what bottle I should be up for. And yeah, and that actually, like, that alarm tip really leads on to like my final tip. And that is, guys, just to be consistent. There's no secret pill, there's no secret anything with health. Like, we all pretty much know like the basics of what we should doing, and like that difference between that photo, I'm gonna put it here again, is literally I just got back to the basics and I was consistent, and also honoring the season you were in. So if you're in a season where it is hustle and your priority is not necessarily how you look or health or that sort of thing, that is okay. I'll repeat that again. That is okay because you are choosing it. It is not forever, and it's okay. Like, if you're getting takeout every single night because it's what you need to do to get through because you're currently in uni and it's hectic, that is okay. Give yourself some kindness and kind of go, all right, I'm in a season. Obviously, we do have to be responsible with our health because we only have one life, we have one body, we do want to treat it well, but don't get too caught up. I think also I do want to make a point on social media, especially, you know, like, you know, the girls who do the fitness comps and they literally like looked ripped and lean most of the time, or just someone who naturally genetically can look like that. And it's really confusing to us because we're here and like, oh, but I'm studying my degree and I'm working really hard, but also, you know, this girl looks like this all year round. Oh, I need to exercise more, I need to eat more, all that sort of thing. I get it. Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop the comparison. Honor this season you were in. You're exactly where you're meant to be. You're on the path you were meant to be, guys. Like, you were doing whatever you need to prioritize because you desired it at a certain point, and it's up to you if you want to see that through, if you really want to nail it. And yeah, like I said, those photos, I'm so proud of both girls because the first one, I was prioritizing hustle and business. I accomplished so much. I am so proud. That's what I needed to do, and that's physically what the season looked like for me, and I'm so okay with that. Like, at the moment, the difference is like my ab lines might be a bit more defined, my butt might be perkier. Great, I'm not gonna lie, I love that. But also, let's be honest, I'm gonna go back into a season of hustle. You know what I'm like. I'm a hustler, guys. So I'm gonna go back to that other body. Also great, because I am just so honest with myself, and I'm like, it doesn't define me if I have ab lines or not or anything like that. I want to honor what I desire, and I want to do what I want and go full in. Like, I think by now you've kind of realized I don't fully believe in balance, because I feel like life is a seesaw, and when you really have a priority and a want and a desire, I'm that person who goes after it full ball, which means the other stuff goes down for a little bit, but that is okay to me, because I have just found that when you go full ball on something, you know, you achieve it, you get where you want to be, and then you can balance things up a little bit. But I hope that made sense. I realized that was like a bit of a rant at the end, but I just really wanted to explain that caption and just speak really honestly with you guys, because like I said, I didn't go on a diet. I don't want you to think that's a before and after about weight or anything. I actually don't know my weight. I really don't give a fuck. I really don't care. But we do go through seasons, and that is just a physical representation of me personally, what that season looks like. That doesn't mean your seasons have to look that way. That is my journey, my prerogative, all that sort of stuff. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope the little tips of just like reminders of the simple things to implement were helpful. Like I said, it's all about consistency. Like I said, I'll go back into a season of hustle, and it's completely okay. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, I am gonna get back into my usual YouTubes. Expect like a day in the life vlog and all that sort of thing. Also, you're probably realizing, what is this backdrop? What's happening here? ignore it. I'm giving my office a bit of a revamp, which I will also put in my next vlog. This is like not done or anything. I hate it behind me, but I really just wanted to film this and get you out some content this week. But yeah, I love you guys so much. I just want to say I really appreciate all the support you constantly give me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.